Last night, I had to take a long, hard look at myself. I had to put my thinking cap on and take a walk and think, am I reading these numbers wrong? Am I getting this wrong? I don't lose. I never lose. What have I missed here? What is going on? Why has no one recognized value? So I read and I studied and I focused and I came to the conclusion that people simply haven't looked. They simply don't understand and they haven't even bothered to read it. So I doubled down again, all in, every penny now in on margin on Coca-Cola because I recognize value. So I took my thinking cap off, slept on it, woke up this morning and discovered others have now realized what I've just been saying all the time. I woke up this morning to find out subsidiaries of Coca-Cola bottling companies around the world have started to buy back. Japan have started buying back shares. About time. So we're up this morning and we're beating the market again. Whew. It was a bit of a ride there for a few days, thinking, hang on a minute, have I forgotten how to read balance sheets? Can I not see an opportunity? Why is nobody else buying? They are now. They've decided to buy. And I'll explain exactly what happened yesterday. So here is VU. This is the S&P 500, up 0.03. I famously say on the show, I'm beating the market again. It's a bit of a fun thing, but it's right most of the time. Last year, I beat everybody. I beat Wall Street. I beat the hedge fund managers. I beat Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. I beat the S&P 500. I beat Bitcoin. I beat nearly everybody last year, all the institutions. I'm sure some of you bought Binky Bonk coin and you're up 1,000%, and I respect that. But I beat those that you measure yourself against. But the beginning of this year, it's been rubbish. I've been losing big time. But I've been getting a bit frustrated why nobody else can see the numbers that I can see. So I just kept on going. So where are we today? The market is up 0.03. I'm up nearly 1/3%. About time. We're back on top again. So what happened overnight? Well, overnight, I bought a ton more of Coca-Cola because I know how to read balance sheets. Very often, though, the market simply doesn't look. It simply doesn't care. It chases the trend. And we know this to be true because we like XRP, we like Bitcoin, but nobody was buying when it was at 183 when I was buying it. And all of a sudden it starts to go to $2 and everyone starts to buy. This is what drives me mad with those that focus exclusively on charts. They simply say, oh, look, this is the support line. This is a resistance line. This is where everybody's going to buy. I don't care where everybody's going to buy. I also don't care where everybody's going to sell. I focus on value. Where can I put my money and get a return for cash flow, for profit? The rest is up to you. If you then want to pump my stock, short my stock, that's up to you. I should say my business, because now I own over $500,000 in Coca-Cola. As a retail investor, I am a whale. No doubt about it. So I should start saying my business. So at the end of the day, if you start buying my business and it pumps up because you're following a trend, who the hell cares? Isn't that what everybody did 3 weeks ago when they found out Warren Buffett had bought Google? Everybody else started to buy it. He'd already bought it when nobody wanted it. Well, that's what I did. So everybody yesterday started buying XRP when I was in at 180. Sold it, of course. I took a profit. I got out of it. But that's not the point. The point is everyone starts buying it when everybody else does because the chart says so. The balance sheet told me so. And last night I woke up and thought, what the hell is going on? Why is no one buying this? This is value. Have we forgotten to recognize value? Is nobody looking at value? Well, this morning I find out Japan have started to buy back quite a lot, actually, one of their bottling companies with Coca-Cola. So I'm very happy to see that. Very happy to see that. So we're up 0.5%. Now, also, what happened yesterday with Coca-Cola, it hit a technical selling point. The chart readers, the traders, the algos who don't look at the value, don't read the balance sheet, simply go, at this point, everyone's going to sell. At this point, everyone's going to buy. And it triggered some technical analysis, some technical trades, and it just sold off. Did the business suddenly stop selling Coca-Cola? No. In fact, the opposite. Its growth this year is going to be exemplary. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be $80, if not $96, with a great year. So at the end of the day, it's a good time to buy. So I did. This morning I woke up and I bought a ton more. Look how much money I've got left now. Absolutely sod all. I'm 100% in. Could it go lower? Yes, it could. There could be some more technical selling from those who have no idea what they're selling. But what I now know, because Japan have started to buy, what I now know, as Japan have started to buy buybacks, others will follow suit. Others will re-establish themselves back in the market, and we can start seeing Coca-Cola fly up and get into that $72, $73 very quickly. Now, of course, when it does, I will start selling my margin position because my margin now is huge. If you look there, margin 245. I think we can all argue, bar a few pence, $250,000. That's conviction, folks. You can't be more in than that. All right. I read my numbers. I understand the numbers. So I'm beating the market again at last. This is my position, 284,278. That I haven't refreshed that for a couple of days. So you can see how we started the year. A big drop. But when we start moving, and we will, once those realize and the reset is reapplied on those flipping technical trades, those algorithms are reprogrammed, and people go, oh, it's going up now, I'll start to buy. I'll already be in. That's what real investors do. Real investors look for value. It's difficult. It's painful. It hurts a lot of the time. But you got to remember, I can count. Can you? Click above my head for all the links down below in the description, also pinned in the comments. Over here, I shall put the playlist for Coca-Cola, and down here, I'll put something else. There's my story of the day. I hope you'll engage with me and maybe buy a share or two of Coca-Cola. In the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, I'll put that out as a video at the end of the show. Right, so let me read the comments and questions. We've got a newsletter to go through, the big story of the day. Let me read your thoughts of that. Give me your comments. What do you think about that? Morning all. Just sold some XRP and took profit. Not a bad idea. Good day. Hello, people. Great, Slim. Hello, Mahir is here. Same here. Sold some XPR. Think you mean XRP, right? Fifth, James 007. I still see a big crash coming regardless of the bullish last couple of days. Absolutely, 100%. And I want to be here because this is where the money will go. Look, it's all about seeing where the market goes, not where the market is going, and everybody is on the train. Where's the market going to land? Where's this next stop at the station? I want to be there, ready, not just following a trend. Should have been all in on XCN. Nice pump in the last 2 days. Congratulations, some dumb trucker. James 007. Oh, thank you. Thank you, David Hensley. You are the man. Thank you so much. You've upgraded the links. Thank you so much indeed. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you. James 007, good morning all, party time, and that's always the case said Jason. Become a member. Yes, indeed. Oh, David Hensley's all over it now, the shop and everything. Oh, I'm loving it. Thank you, David, for your service. You're absolutely amazing. James 007, hello all. Hit the like button, please. Good morning. Good morning, David. Hello, James. Hello, Kalispera. What's up? Good morning, team. I don't think anyone is calling a meltdown on Coca-Cola. It hasn't run up like most other stocks. I don't think anyone is calling a meltdown on Coca-Cola. It hasn't run up like most other stocks. Exactly. It's primed and ready. Craig Carter. Martyn, you must be out of Coca-Cola now. It's 15% down since you entered. I only bought 70 as a test, and I'm $9 down right now. So I imagine the loss on 250 grand. Martyn, you must be out. Why would I be out, Bitcoin's Craig? This is the very point. Why do people say this? Bitcoin Craig, why would I be out when the stock price is down? I buy more when it goes down. I take the pain. It's not about the easy things. It's about doing the hard things. That's how I built this channel. 12 hours a day, 4 years, all day, every day. I'm never not here. I'm always here through the ups and the downs. The red days is when I go to work. This is what investing is about, not chasing stock prices, not chasing trends on charts, looking for businesses that produce money, that make money, that have cash flow. When you buy a business, you are buying profits. Every dollar is buying a percentage of a profit, not a guess, not a gamble, not a speculative trend. Simply, you are buying profit. As I've explained many, many times before, if I sold my business and I currently earn $100,000 a year now on YouTube, I started with zero. I now earn $100,000. You would price my business at $200,000. Because I earn 100 this year, what I'm earning next year, 200,000, I could have one share available to buy the whole business of 200,000. Or I could have 200,000 shares at $1. You would be buying my business. You would be buying my future income, cash flow, profit. That's what you buy. So if I sold you 200,000 shares at 50 cents, not a dollar, you would be buying my business 50% under book price. Does that make sense? You would be buying my business under value. You would make the money. You know what my business earns. You know, I know what Coca-Cola earns. You now know what my business earns. So you would buy my business under book price. Imagine if I sold the share price at 25 cents a share and there were 200,000 shares. You'd be buying my business 75% under book price. You would guarantee to make money as long as I continue to do what I'm doing. That's it. That's the simple way of explaining how you value a business. So I look at these things. I understand these things. Just because nobody else wants to buy at the current price doesn't make my calculations wrong. However, it's bloody hard to do it. Leah can't sleep. How much margin have you got again? Oh my God, you were out of margin and now you've got that much margin. How the hell did you get $250,000? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about that. What matters is I own the business at the right price and it's oversold right now. I don't care if someone says, well, the trend line says this and the technical line says that. That means sod all. All right. So Bitcoin's Craig, you're saying, Martyn, you must be out of Coca-Cola now. So what are you suggesting I do? Sell on the way down? Lose money? No, I buy more when it goes down. That's it. So this morning I applied all of my margin because now the bottling companies themselves are buying back. And this will flow across the world. Others will realize it and they'll start buying back and you'll see it going up. And that's it. $80, 96. I've never been wrong. I'm not going to be wrong again now. But it's difficult. Just like Michael Burry, everyone turned against him when he read the numbers. People just don't read numbers. People marched into his office demanding their money back. And he said, I've read the numbers. And they said, well, doesn't everybody look? No, they don't. They don't look. Everybody's focused on trends. Everyone is setting algorithms or sat on the beach. No one's paying attention. I'm looking at the balance sheet. Hi everyone, Rhino Skin. Hello Craigs and Rhino. This music makes me so adventurous, or how you call it, says Liz. I bought Enphase almost even now. Yeah, Enphase was one of my top picks as well. This is one that I believe is going to $100 because the balance sheet looks great. One of the best balance sheets I've seen on the stock market. Meet Kevin said buy it at $100. Well, he was sponsored by them. Constant sponsorship, endorsements, and all the rest of it. He's got all their solar panels on his roof and the power stations and the power walls. Rubbish. I told you to buy it when it was $28. It's going to $100. Anyway, there it is. Liz, Greek for good evening. Hello. Good day. Good day, Liz. Hello there. Any chance you could be wrong? Any chance you could be wrong? Well, 1 + 1 = 2 when I last looked. I don't think so. No. I guess I could have read the numbers wrong. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. They look pretty right to me. Great, Martin. Thank you, Liz. Coca-Cola is down 1.71. What? This week? This day? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I see the latest crypto pump as a bull trap before a bigger... Yep, so do I. The carry trade is coming. When they raise their rates again, boom. That's it. That's it. So speculate, gamble, guess, do what you want, but don't be left holding the bag. I don't want to say I told you so. I want everyone to win. I beat my head, said Liz. I like that Martyn is willing to make the calculations, to take calculated risk instead of blind risk. Thank you, latter day data. Do you know what though? It's hard though, because no one wants something that's not sexy and rock and roll. Everybody wants the new thing. I'm up 27% from the year. Congratulations. But will you be 27% up at the end of the year when you've got to pay the taxes? I will be. I was up 45% last year. I made $77,000 last year. I'm going to double that this year. But it's not where we are today. It's where we end up. You sell for a loss yesterday to buy back lower. Did you sell for a loss? Of course I didn't sell for a loss. Did you sell for a loss? I never sell for losses. 112 trades, 107 wins. Look, I'll show you. Unlike those scammers online who tell you to send them money and all this bloody nonsense, let me show you exactly my trades. This is my real position. Let me show you. Coca-Cola. So I've got 469,000 in this account and 54,000 in the Roth. Okay, that's $520,000, over $500,000. You don't get more convicted than that. Okay, today we're at 1,118, right? So I'm down 1.73 overall. All right, I've been buying all the way down. So let me show you my buys. You won't see any sells, right? Let me show you. You'll see lots selling at the top, but not for losses. Let me scroll down. Right, here we go. Let me open it all up. No one will do this on YouTube. I show you my bank account, real. Right, I bought 300 shares this morning, $20,000. Yesterday, $10,000, $20,000, $20,000, $20,000, $20,000, $34,000, $20,000, $21,000, $10,000, $69,000. Buy, the whole bloody lot. I think it's safe to say that I've not been selling very much. Okay, so I'm buying. I am not selling. So back to my portfolio. Smashing smashing the markets today. If you had money to buy the dip, then you did great. Why have I got money to buy the dip, James? Because I've been taking lots. I've been lot selling at the top, reducing my risk, lowering my averages, allowing myself to get more margin, because the more profit and the safer your portfolio is, the more margin they will give you. And I've been working, as you know, all day, every day at the moment, all day, every day on YouTube to earn as much money as I can. I've got 4 channels now going. I'm working harder. I'm building an empire. That's what I'm trying to do. So you should do the same. It's all about building the engine. You have to build the engine. Educate yourself, understand what you do, spend time learning, don't chase trends, don't read what people say on X, look at the balance sheet, come to the earnings calls. That's why I cover the earnings calls. We're going to cover Tilray Brands in a couple of days' time. Who wants that on Thursday? How about it? Tilray Brands. Who wants that for an event on Thursday? How about it? So I hear Lucas is buying XRP. I bought XRP when it was 180 and I sold and made profit. I'm not in it now. No, I'm not in it now. I sold it and made a profit. I always make a profit. I thought he said last year he had none and he wouldn't buy it. I guess he changed his mind like many have, including my brother. I'm in and out of stocks very quickly, James. You need to follow the show. And I post it on X what I'm doing. All right? Nothing is confusing here. Hi from Greece. I thought us is buying Japanese stocks due to increase of rates, not the opposite. I thought us is buying Japanese stocks. I don't understand the question. Would you rephrase that? Lucas, please, can you... my name is Martyn, if you can. Lucas is buying XRP at 183. It's a good sign. He must see it's something good after all. Yes, I can see it going to $10, but that doesn't mean to say I don't take profit, and I have. I've sold. I can count, says one of too many people. Been investing in Coca-Cola since 2008, and I'm 28 years old. Fantastic. The real NYX. Zeta, don't know what that means. Liz, thank you. Why buy Coca-Cola? Well, I can't start again. I've been talking about this for 4 years. Coca-Cola gives us dividends and was up 12% last year. Good morning, Martyn. So when do you think the crash will come? February, March? Well, we now know there will be a crash. We know it 100% if you read the numbers. The yen, let me have a cup of tea a minute. I'm having a cup of tea. There we go. I'm having a cup of tea. Bloody hell, really. When will the crash come? Nobody can tell you when exactly the crash will happen. It's impossible. We don't know when the crash will come. The question should be will a crash come? Yes, it will, 100%. And the reason why, there's a million, I can't give you the whole, I'd be here for 3 hours, right, on one subject. We've covered it live on the show thousands of times. The most recent sign to tell us and confirm, apart from everything else that's going on, is the fact that we have a reversal of policy. Japan is no longer the free money of the world. It increased its rates, but more importantly, it's reversed policy. That is the key. And we covered the event live. It's going up. Rates are going up. Japan is going to continue increasing rates. People will tell you that want you to watch their show and promote stocks and stuff like that. They will tell you it's okay, it's all going to be done slowly and nothing's going to crash. Keep on buying, keep on watching, keep on tuning in. No, that is not the case. We are on the thinnest and sharpest of knife edges, and Japan have scheduled their next rate hike for February. So at some point, when they raise their rates, we're going to tip over the point. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So I want to be out of the S&P, so I'm out. I want to be taking profit from crypto, so I have. I've sold. I want to be out of the S&P because it's too focused on the Mag 7. They're all overbought now. Yes, you can argue they've got great growth, and they have. AI, perhaps in some ways, is a bubble. Perhaps it's not because of the ad revenue I've spoken about. The hidden income that's now coming in. I predicted it would happen. I predicted the ad revenue would show up on ChatGPT weeks before it actually happened. You may now see it on ChatGPT. There's a revenue arm to it now. I told you. I knew that was coming. I have a direct link to the White House press room contact. I told you that. I had it directly from CEOs. I talked to Robinhood, talked to Bank of America, talked to some friends at Ripple. I understand what was happening, and I told you. And that did happen. But that doesn't mean to say it's still not a bubble. So with the debt, the macro conditions, everything else, gold hoarding, the amount of people that are borrowing money to buy risky assets. We saw it yesterday, the amount of leverage that came back into crypto. People aren't just buying with their cash, they're buying with leverage. Now, for that to make sense, you need rates to come down to put liquidity into crypto, into risk on assets. There isn't any. There's maybe one rate cut this year. Maybe one. That's not good. It's not good for Coca-Cola either. It's not good for anybody. It's okay for those at the top, like the Mag 7, but eventually this will recorrect. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So I've gone defensive. No, I don't just buy any defensive stock. I'm looking for a stock that no one else is buying, that everyone else is turning their back against. And that to me was obvious. I cover the earnings calls. I'm going to cover Tilray on Thursday. I cover as many earnings as I can. Sometimes we do 3 a day. Vaz will do one, Sensei will do one, and I'll do one. We cover 3 earnings a day. Earnings season's just around the corner, and when it starts again, Vaz will cover one at the same time as me, and Sensei will cover one, and we'll have 3 earnings calls at once. We are very focused on balance sheets and numbers. We want to know the numbers, because numbers always give you the answers. You just got to take the time to read them. So we'll learn a lot about Tilray on Thursday. A lot of gamblers bought that recently, didn't they? I warned what would happen, and I was right again. So anyway, I can't tell you when the crash will come, Sean, but I know it's coming. What about XRP? That bag would have been massive. What about XRP? What do you mean? I sold it, made a profit. I don't need to chase and sell at the moment everybody else is selling and then lose out. Killing it on Pepe today. Good luck to you, Pepe. It's a joke coin. Much to the disgust of Martyn. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't buy Pepe. It's a joke coin. I don't think it's a joking matter. I don't gamble with my money. I don't lose. Because at the end of the day, folks, when I get to $1 million, and remember, you will see it. You saw me start with $5,000. I'm taking my portfolio to $1 million. Live on the show, you're going to see it happen. I'm going to go to $1 million live on the show. I will then earn $100,000 a year by doing nothing. Nothing. Because I'm building a portfolio. I'm building a position. I'm not gambling and guessing and speculating. Then imagine I earn 100 grand a year, and 100 grand a year goes back into the portfolio. I've now got 1.1 million, 1,100,000. Next year, the following year, I'm now earning $110,000. That goes back in. And so it goes on, the compounding effect. Calispra Human, I'm not sure I know what that means. Good afternoon, good morning, Ryden. Elvin is here. Over all with interest, and that I paid and becoming because I bought XRP on credit. You bought XRP on credit, on a credit card. What was I just saying a few moments ago? That people are buying XR crypto on credit again. I've seen people saying, and they openly don't mind telling you, they're on X going, I am all in on XRP with 100 times leverage. That means it's only got to go down 0.1% and boom, you're wiped out. And then what happens? Everybody sells. I cannot invest this way. I wish retail would get out of XRP. I honestly do. XRP is a great project. It's a great asset. Ripple, I'm trying to become an accredited investor and buy Ripple. That's where the money is, because the retail investor screws it over himself over and over again. They get overexcited, over-leveraged, buy when everybody else is buying. They never buy when it's down to protect the asset, like I am doing on Coca-Cola. And then they borrow money on credit cards to buy it, which means you guarantee they're going to get wiped out any minute. Coca-Cola, I am also all in. Wish I could buy more. We'll start the climb to 80 to 90 soon, Frederick. Frederick says that. Thank you, Frederick, for your thoughts. Thanks for your great wisdom. Common sense, which is very much uncommon. Sean John, it doesn't exist anywhere. I say on this show, I say it all the time, people are stupid. People are stupid. If we wasn't stupid, we wouldn't be in 2026 doing the same things that we did a million years ago. We still keep blowing each other up. We're still fighting each other. We're still stealing. I have seen recently, where I am in Texas, we have got a flu pandemic. Rabid. Because Robert, what's his name? Robert F. Kennedy told everybody you shouldn't take vaccinations anymore. Vaccinations are stupid. They're a bad idea. He's not a doctor. He's not a doctor at all. He's not got no medical qualifications whatsoever. And here in Texas now, we've got the worst flu increase in decades. Everyone in Texas is getting the flu because people haven't been taking their vaccinations. I mean, the doctors tell you a vaccination can help towards flu, but a guy who's not in any way whatsoever medically trained says don't do it, and stupid people go, I'm not doing it. Robert Kennedy says, what, wasn't he related to John F. Kennedy? We like John F. Kennedy, so he must be great. I don't know. So now we've got, and when I go to the doctors, they're telling me, I did my medical the other day, and they said, yeah, people they're not getting their flu shots. So is it a surprise that everyone's getting the flu in Texas? It's ridiculous. People are stupid. Listen, I'm not saying doctors are right. I'm not saying anybody's right, but this is what I think. This is how I assess things. If I want my car fixed, I ask a mechanic. Why? Because the mechanic has gone to school, hopefully, and learned how to be a mechanic. He knows more about cars than I do. I mean, doesn't he? I mean, I don't know anything about cars. So when I want medical advice, I go to the doctor. Now, I know doctors could be swayed and there's politics and there's money and there's greed. I understand that. I understand people go, oh, you need this because it makes pharmaceutical companies money. I know it's terrible. Some of the things that go on is terrible. I totally agree. However, I'm not going to ignore what the doctor says. I'm going to listen to what the doctor says. People now go, I don't listen to what the doctor says. I know more. Are you a doctor? No. Have you ever studied medical science? No, but I know more. Well, that's a bit stupid, isn't it? Well, there you go. You calling me stupid? Yeah, I am. Because you don't know anything about the subject, do you? And that's what we do. People go, I want to buy crypto. What do? First thing I do is I go onto YouTube and watch idiots on X making up stupid statements. That guy down the road in Dallas, who's now making AI version videos of himself because he can't come on live. We all know who I'm talking about. He told everybody, send me thousands of dollars and I'll return you 8% on your XRP because it's going to $100 by New Year's Eve. Complete scam, lies, nonsense. All that happened. People do that. They listen to people that promise them stuff. Stupid. People are stupid. That's why aliens don't want to invade Earth. There's nothing good down here. I mean, why would you want to? I mean, think about it. No one thinks anymore. It's crazy. Hi, Martyn. Isn't margin dangerous? It can be. It can be dangerous, but I have a full video explaining margin for you. I explained margin call, and I got margin call to show you how it works. So go to YouTube like this. This is where you are now, right? Top of the page. Type in Martyn Lucas Investor margin call. Whoops, a daisy. Margin call, and there you go. Margin call live. Okay, I'll give you the link for it. Share, copy link. I've got loads of margin videos. I got margin called on the show to show you how it would work. There's the margin video. I put it 3 times. There you go. All right, there's that. There's another one as well. There's Martyn Lucas Investor, how to always win. Always win with tax lots. Tax lots. I'll be doing it again in a minute. Tax lots. How to always win, XRP and Bitcoin. How to always win, 100% guaranteed. Share, copy. Here we go. How to always win. There you go. There's that one there. How to always win with tax lots. Right. Let me come back to here. We got 20 minutes before the bell goes. I got the big news story of the day as well. Hi all. Never invest what you can't afford. Now, I don't agree with that, Zach. I'll tell you why. Too many people on YouTube say, don't invest what you can't afford to lose. Only invest what you can afford to lose. I can't afford to lose any money. What is that? What is that attitude? That attitude says I can gamble and guess because I can afford to lose this money. No. The first rule of investing is you don't lose money. I don't lose money. I'm not going to lose money. Don't go into investing by saying, I can afford to lose this. It's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. I'm not sitting here working to lose money. I don't work all day to earn money to gamble and guess. I buy a business that's undervalued. Like I gave you the example, if you bought my business, you would guarantee to make money. As when I bring out my crypto coin, I'm talking to Christopher Pennington now about bringing it out for you. My crypto coin will be the best crypto coin in the world because it will be the only crypto coin designed for you. It's not to make me money. It's to give you an investment in this channel. It's designed to benefit you. I'll burn my supply. I'll be fully transparent on it. All of my members will get the pre-IPO price, and that could drop at any moment. If you are a member of our channel, you will get the pre-IPO price of our crypto coin, the best crypto coin in the world. It'll be the only crypto coin which have a guaranteed maximum supply. So like Bitcoin, guaranteed maximum supply. The Satoshi character will be transparent. It will be me. I will show you I've burned my supply, so you know that. So liquidity will be there, the pool will be good, and it will go up in value with the price of the show as the show grows. As the show grows, the popularity of the coin will grow. It'll make money. So I'm not here to guess and gamble. I know what value is. So I don't agree with the statement, don't invest what you can't afford. I only invest to win. I don't invest to allow myself to lose money. I remember around 5 years ago, this time of the year, buying XRP for sub 30 cents. If only I had made more money then to buy more. That's why I say focus on earning money. Good evening, Uncle Martyn. Good evening, Kevin. What about Coca-Cola Consolidated? What about it? What about that one? Coca-Cola returned me over 628% since 2008. Congratulations to you. Look at that. Down today, revved up biker. I'm not. I'm not. We're up today. You could do the same with crypto. Buy the dips and sell the rips. Says a guy with a picture of a dog, a Shiba Inu. That's gambling and guessing. You don't know when someone's going to buy. You don't know when someone's going to sell. I don't guess. I don't gamble. What do you think about it? With USA controlling Venezuela with huge oil, silver and gold mines, also Fed coming into lower interest rates. Coca-Cola is a good company. Buffett owns it. Yes, he owns 400 million shares. Venezuela with huge oil, but also massive problem to make it profitable again. Isn't margin dangerous? I've given you the video to go and watch. We had a massive crypto crash in October. I don't see it going much lower. Surely there's some bullish manipulators left. Is it better to do this as an individual account? I haven't sold anything in my Roth. Marsha, a good question. Is it better to do this in an individual account? I haven't sold anything in my Roth. Well, let's understand this. In your Roth IRA, it's tax exempt. All the trades are tax-free. So every time you buy and sell, you're making free money. You can buy and sell as much as you want in your Roth IRA. You only get charged a fee or lose a benefit, if you like, a tax, if you remove the money and put it back into your bank account. If you buy and sell in your Roth, here's my Roth IRA. Here's my Roth IRA. I've got 53 grand. I'm maxed out. Every single year, you can see I max out. Max 22. Max 23, max 24, max 25, max 26, all free money, all maxed out, all 3% match. All right, I'm fully in. Now, I'm 100% in Coca-Cola. If I show you here, I'm 100%, I'm down 2.33, 53 grand, all of my money in Coca-Cola. Now, I can buy and sell, however, tax-free. However, on the Roth IRA, there are no lots, because there are no tax positions. So there are no lots. You cannot select which lots you want to sell. I wish you could. Flipping heck, I could make even stupid amounts of money. If I can trade tax-free and I can choose the lots, oh my God, I can be in and out like a yo-yo. Be great. But there's no lots on a IRA. They're all together. So at the moment, it shows I'm down. But remember, there's no margin on my IRA. There's no tax on my IRA. That's just I'm down at the moment. I can't buy any more because I can't put any more money in the IRA. It's maxed out. I can't choose the higher lots and buy back at a lower price to lower my average because I'd be up on some of them, but I can't identify them. It groups them all together. So if I sold now, I'd be selling for a loss. And I wouldn't get any tax benefit as a tax loss because there's no tax. I'd be simply losing money. I'd only want to do that if I thought the stock was going to go down lower. Otherwise, there's no point. So I don't want to do that. So the only way to win on your Roth IRA is to trade when you're up. So in other words, I know my highest price. I can look on my orders and see I bought at 71, say for example. So when it goes 71.01, I can then sell all. Oh, there we go. We've got a super chat on the screen.
At Diesel_Ada tipped $1.99 through super chat. Martyn, sell more songs on iTunes. Money for nothing.
Yeah, sell some more songs on iTunes. Absolutely right. I'll do my best to sell. Yeah, I've got a record on iTunes and Amazon, which does all right. Yeah, it doesn't earn me that much, to be honest. Only a few cents. Nearly all the money goes to Apple. But thank you for downloading my music and playing it and saying so. So when I get to my highest level and I'm up, not on the average up, but I'm up on the overall. That's important because if I'm up on the average, don't kid yourself, you're up on all the lots. You could be down on some of them. That's why lot selling is so powerful. But so what I will do is I will look at my lots and go, okay, the highest price was $70, say 71. So I will sell at 71 and 1 cent. Now I'm selling everything for a profit. I could do that. All right. So anyway, but remember with Coca-Cola, I'm going to earn now about $4,500, $5,000 now because I have $520,000, right? I'm going to earn about 4 or 5 grand in February on dividends. And that money will come into my IRA. And if I'm down at the time, I can use that money to buy Coca-Cola when it's down, which it will go back down. Because remember, when dividends get paid out, that comes off the balance of the company. So it's not free money, all right? But it bounces back up again. Anyway, let's come back to my main account. As you can see, I'm up 0.62, so I'm smashing the market today. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. So if you're doing it on your main account, Marsha, if you're doing it on your main account, you are selling, you can't trade tax-free. However, you can choose the lot. And that's more important. People are very often put off by selling because they pay tax. Don't be put off by selling because you pay tax. A lot of crypto investors make this huge mistake. They're buying and selling without even knowing their tax implication. They don't even care until the taxman says, "Oi, you've made all this money on crypto, where's my money?" They're not prepared for it. Understand tax laws and also understand it's okay to sell and pay tax. People are afraid of it. I'm not afraid to pay tax. My accountant, when I was 17 years of age, I went at my first trading year. I went professional at 16. My accountant, Len, said to me, "Martyn, I would love $1 million tax bill." Why? One, because I'm doing the right thing. I'm supporting the economy. I'm putting back into the system. And I like that attitude. I like that attitude, putting back into the world rather than just taking what you can. That way you always make money. Always invest back into the system. I would love $1 million tax bill because if I get $1 million tax bill, I made 4 million. And that's very true. That's very true. So this year, I've got a big tax bill to pay. Why? Because I made money on YouTube and I made money investing and trading. So I'm okay and I prepared for it. So Marsha, to end up with your question, you could, both have benefits. Both have benefits. Your Roth IRA, you can trade tax-free, but you can't lot sell. The individual account, you can lot sell. So it allows you more power to build a future portfolio. Remember, it's not about the profit today. It's about building a better position. That is what it's actually about. Are you in the top percentage holders of Coca-Cola? Well, I will tell you now, Seth Thompson, if you go, don't take my word for it because all the scammers and trolls will say, Martyn is now calling himself a whale on Coca-Cola. He is an idiot. What a liar. What a scammer. I am a whale on Coca-Cola. And you can check. And this is how you can check, Seth Thompson. If you go onto Robinhood, in fact, I'll do it right now. Why even tell you? Oh, hello, we're getting a rally in crypto. Look at this. In Ethereum, bloody hell, look at Ethereum. Ethereum up 2%. Look at that. Look at that. Bitcoin as well. This is very scary. Everyone's now buying XRP is down, by the way. Be careful. Everyone's buying. Well, you know what comes next. So look, you can do this. Let me show you. If I go into Coca-Cola and I show you who owns the stock. Is it hedge funds? Where did I do this before? Hedge funds. Right. Shares. Hedge fund, not hedge fund. What is it called? Where did I do it? Hang on, just bear with me. I can't remember what I did now. Activity insiders shares. Just bear with me. Hedge funds. Where is it now? Just bear with me a second. You can see what the positions are. I thought it was hedge funds. Where did I do this? There's Where did I do this? Was it Insiders? Bear with me. It's not inside. It's not. Is it hedge funds? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I found it. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So you go to hedge funds, institutions, and you can see the number one holder of Coca-Cola, no surprise, is Berkshire Hathaway. Everybody knew that, right? Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett has 400 million shares of Coca-Cola. He is the biggest shareholder in the world, all right? So I have got 500,000. 520,000 shares. Sorry, $520,000 worth. So if we look at Warren Buffett and we sort by market value, you can see that Warren Buffett's got 416 billion. Sorry, 416,575,945,000. 26,528,000,000. All right, there it is. Sorry, I keep making mistakes. Warren Buffett has 26,528,000,000 value in Coca-Cola. Okay, that's 400,000 shares. Then you have a value of 416 million, 141 million, 124 million, all right, 33 million, 29 million, 20 million, 16 million, 11 million, 10 million. So it comes down and down and down and down and down. And now we get down to 2 million. And if you continue this value, 2 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 900, there we go. Right, here we go. Now, there we go. 539,115. This hedge fund here, I have as many shares as they do. And that is ESL Trust. They hold $539,000 worth of Coca-Cola. I own as much as them. I'm about 15th down the list. So if you Google what a whale is in the retail space of Coca-Cola, it's anyone with over $100,000 of Coca-Cola. I own 530,000. So I am 5 times the size of a whale on retail, and I'm about 15th down the list of hedge funds. So don't tell me, because I get trolled all the time. Trolls will tell me, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about, you're not a whale in Coca-Cola. Yes, I am. I'm 5 times the size of any retail investor on average, and I am 15th or so down the list on the list of hedge funds. So there you go. So, and I'm just one little guy on YouTube who started with $5,000, and I aim to be the most honest person I am, the most honest person on YouTube TV. So I'm showing you everything, answering everything, being honest with you. I couldn't be more open and transparent.
PVC decking.
We're waiting for the Wall Street to open. We got the big news on the newsletter. So there you go. Anyway. You still doing your music? Yes, every Friday. Here's the link to the music channel every single Friday. It's on the homepage of this channel. You can't miss it if you look. XRP is the safest crypto bet. ETFs, I believe it's one of the best coins. However, it's got a very, very toxic element to it. A lot of retail are very toxic on XRP, which is a great, great shame. It's a great, great shame. It spoils the space. XRP is pumping Ethereum is pumping today. Well, not pumping, shouldn't say that. 2.56 on a crypto is not pumping. But yeah, XRP is up. I love the project. It's why I'm trying to buy Ripple as a accredited investor. It's partly why I'm trying to make so much money with Coca-Cola. I'm now on the institutional list of amount of shares I have. Of course, I'm not an institution, right? I understand I'm just some guy on YouTube. But the point is, I want to buy Ripple itself. I want to own the business of Ripple. XRP is the safest crypto bet, not using margin. I've got right at 500,000. I'm just waiting for I've got right at 500,000, says Alan. US, United States, what do you think about Coca-Cola Consolidated? I haven't looked at it. I'm glad Lucas is doing good. Thank you. T, how is your fasting doing? Is Leah doing it with you? No. I decided last night to end my fasting. Leah said, you don't have to tell everybody. You know, everybody will, a lot of people will give you a hard time. I said, no, I can't lie. I'm going to tell people. I ended my fasting last night because it's just too much at the moment to be able. I'm at the moment, you know, Vaz and Sensei aren't on the show. They're rebuilding their studio. So I'm on my own. I'm live 12 hours a day. I'm in $500,000 with Coca-Cola. I'm studying 24 hours a day. I'm studying in my sleep. I'm trying to build a position. It's very, very difficult when this scale of margin. There's so much going on, and I'm fasting at the same time. It's just really, really painful at the moment. So I decided to end my fasting last night. So yeah, it was just too much for me. I never give up, and I'm surprised I did, and I'm disappointed in myself. But to be able to deliver the show to you and to do everything, I just couldn't do it. All right, so anyway, here we go. We're about to ring the bell.
It's relative to where they were. Right. You can't buy starter homes. By the way,
the year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony.
The bell has gone. We're off and running. Here we go.
It's Phoenix.
Overall portfolio, I'm up 0.3. I'm 3xing the market today. My portfolio is up. The S&P is up 0.07. Virgin Galactic is going down 0.62. Palantir is up 1.37. A bit of a surge right now. And gold is up 0.56. That's a worry. Amazon is up 0.38. Apple is now selling off, down 0.52. We've got Enphase Energy up 1.29. Coca-Cola is up. It's going down. It's going down. 0.05. Is it going to hold up today? Are we going to buy some more? Are we going to buy some more? Are we going to buy some more? Yes, we're going to buy some more. We're going to buy some more.
Get ready for verse 2, Electric Boogaloo.
We're going to buy some more. Bye. There we go. Read the balance sheet. J&J, defensive, going up. That's a good sign. It's a good sign. Defensives are building. Defensives are building. I'm loving it. Chevron Oil going down 0.26. Tesla now selling off, now nearly down 2%. McDonald's, that's a defensive play. That's going down. Yeah, oh, hang on. It's coming. Oh, no, it's still selling off. Google up 1.22. Microsoft up, but now selling back down. Meta up 0.24. Nvidia is up today. Nvidia is up. Walmart, defensives going up. I'm liking this. Tilray Brands going into the earnings, going down. Tilray Brands will cover the earnings. Robinhood going down. Rocket Lab up today. Plug Power up 295. Bitcoin up now, selling back down. 94 going to, it's up but selling. XRP is down today. Ethereum up 2.21. Ethereum is up. Okay, we're all in now. We're all in now. Every single penny. Look at the buying power. Gone. They are. Now I'm a super whale on Coca-Cola. Take it or leave it. And you expect me to be on a fast with this going on? Not a bloody chance. Okay, so this is a very, 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 very hairy show now. Tea is the drink of champions. Hi, Martyn. Any update on the regs regarding Tilray and such like? No, there isn't. Trump signed a bit of paper and it's all gone under the carpet again. So we'll cover Tilray. In fact, I'll make a video on it now. I'll make a video on it now, shall I? Preferences. Okay, here we go. Recording. Okay, let me... Okay, let me do this now. Tilray. T-L-R-Y. Tilray Brands. Tilray Brands, very red. Very red. Tilray Brands is very, very red. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Tilray Brands, ticker symbol TLRY. Big day coming up on Thursday. We're going to cover it live. Tilray Brands earnings. Can you afford not to be there? Earnings season is approaching and we'll be kicking off with many earnings a day, maybe 6 earnings a day. There are 3 of us on the team, soon to be 4, by the way. So we could do 12 earnings a day. Anyway, right now we're focusing on Tilray. Now, as you know, I warned of this one. I told you that Tilray Brands could go to $100 with full regulation change rescheduling. Trump, of course, signed an executive order. I said, be careful. That doesn't mean anything in itself. You need policy change at Tilray. So on Thursday, we cover live the Tilray earnings with Erwin Simon. We're going to be there live, everything behind the scenes, everything you need to know about the real value of Tilray Brands. Will they change policy? Will they mention what Donald Trump did? Remember, all he actually did was sign a piece of paper. It has not gone through. You may remember about a year ago, live on the show, I had a tip-off and I shared it on the show. I have a White House press room contact. I told you exactly what the price would be at exact moment it would do it. And I was right. My members who watched that show saw it to the penny, to the second, what it would do. Remember, guys, manipulation, it's terrible and it's disgusting. It happens all the time. That is the game you are in. So many of you decided, against my thoughts, to go out and buy Tilray on a pump. You're now holding the bag once again. There was no need. You were in at pennies and you bought it on the pump. I said, take the profit. Many didn't. They stayed there. And since then, it's been crashing down. On Thursday, we'll get to hear from Erwin Simon about what's really important. Will it be built into the new structure of the business? Will the executive order actually get passed? Will anything actually happen? Until it does, it means nothing. It's speculation and gambling. I don't gamble with my money. I never gamble with my money. I look at value and numbers, and I can't be more in than I am at the moment. I am 100% in with every penny on Coca-Cola because I read numbers. Join me on Thursday for the Tilray Brands earnings. What are we going to get? Is it going to pop up or is it going to crash? We'll find out from the earnings. Be very careful. Until we have full rescheduling and it's built into the business model, it means nothing. It just allows those that can manipulate the stock to take it up, to bring it back down. Remember what I've always said. I would rather buy Tilray Brands for $40 knowing it's going to 100 than guess and be holding the bag and be able to do nothing and unable to take advantage of other businesses I could be owning while I'm waiting and I'm out of the money. There's nothing worse than losing money and just being out of the money waiting. There'll be some of you who say, only invest what you can afford to lose. Rubbish. I hate that statement. Never afford to lose money. If you take care of the pennies and the cents, the pounds and the dollars will take care of themselves. Focus on the value, because you might say, well, I've not lost money. It's okay. I'm just out of the money at the moment. Because you're out of the money, you can't use that money to buy another business which is making money. So while you're sitting around waiting for something to happen, which may or may not happen, you've got nothing. You're just sitting there waiting. That's a bad way to fly. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. I'll also pin to the comments. I will put the Tilray Brands event you cannot afford to miss. Tune in for the Tilray Brands earnings. We'll cover it live. Be there. You won't want to miss it, because I think that this will tell us everything we need to know. And that's what I'm listening for, is do we have real change? Over here, I'll put the event itself, the Tilray Brands live earnings, and down here, I'll put the Tilray Brands playlist with everything you need to know and everything I've ever said, nothing deleted, nothing edited, all in that playlist. Go and check it out. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Okay, folks, I just did a little bit of a recording there. Let me just leave that there. That'll go out as a video at the end of the show. So let's come back to comments and questions. Let me see my portfolio. How about it? How about it? I tell you, sometimes it makes me want to cry. The relief when it finally pays off, and the trolls and the stress I get from people. Yeah.
Ederic 3 tipped $2 through Super Chat. Look at Coca-Cola.
Yeah. See, the other thing I want to say is when we do get repricing and the technical restructuring, because we triggered technical traders who don't look at the balance sheet, traders who don't understand the business, who don't care about the dividends, who don't care about that. They looked at they're looking at the technical trades. When the technical trades were triggered a couple of days yesterday, and they went below the moving averages and all these things, they'll be reset. We've now got bottling companies, affiliates with Coca-Cola around the world buying back. Japan started this morning. And when this starts to feed for the system, you'll see Coca-Cola very quickly go to $80, maybe $96. And everybody will start buying. And everybody will go, now it's the time to buy. The time to buy a business is when it's undervalued and no one is buying it. And it's hard, especially when you're doing it online in front of the world and you're going through a fasting, and it's tough. I'm not going to tell you a lie. It's very, very tough to do. It's hard. My wife is stressed. Oh my God, how much margin you're at? I said, babe, don't worry about it, babe. I'm not buying a stock price. Everybody else is. I'm buying a business, and I'm buying it under value, and I know where it's going. So I can count. So I've bought the business, and now I simply wait. And I'm all in. I mean, you couldn't be more in. Look, there's nothing left. 100% in. So when it goes up, by God, is it going to go up? I mean, I'm probably going to make now, let's have a look. I'm up today nearly $2,000. I want nearly $2,000 then. So for every percent of Coca-Cola. For every 1%, I think I'm going to be up $4,000. I might not be quite right. 3.9, 3.8. I think every 1% on Coca-Cola will be 4,000 up. It'll also be 4,000 down, by the way. Yeah, I think it'll be around about 4,000 up. And then as soon as I get to 71, I will sell the top lots and keep the bottom lots. So have we got any lots yet to sell? I'll do more comments and questions in a second. So if I go trade, if I go sell, selling tax lots. Here we go. Tax lots. You can't use the ones today. All right, I get that. Right. So the ones at the bottom. Here we go. So let me make it nice and clear so you can see what I mean. The highest price lot I've got is 70.09. 70.09, and we're at 68.16 now. So 70.09. So if I sold that would all be losing money. If I scroll down, all those are at. So there you go. So these bottom three lots. Can you see these three lots? The two at the bottom I can't access yet. They won't be available till tomorrow, but they're up because I bought them lower than 68.02, right? So those three are up. All those three lots at the bottom are now up. And what we want to see is all the ones above, all of these start to turn green. And these were bought all on the way down, lower and lower and lower. You see 69.30, 69, 68, 68.82, 68.65, 68.32, 68.02. You see them all the way down. And one by one, these will turn green. Now, you can argue, you can say, well, which ones are you going to, why don't you start selling the one at 68.02? You've made $18 profit. Take your profit. Pay off your margin. That's what some people would say. That's what Leah might say. My wife might say, Martyn, look, get out of that margin. Look, if you click that button there, you can sell for a profit. You've just made some money. You put $10,000 back on the margin. You pay off $10,000 a margin. You make some profit. You make $12. Not that much, but you make, well, now it's $14. I said, no, babe, that's going to be thousands. It's going to be thousands. Leave that alone. Because if I sell that, my average goes up. Which means not that average is important in itself, but what it means is if my average goes up, my profit goes down, my risk goes up, and the amount of money I can borrow goes down, my whole portfolio becomes more and more dangerous and pointless because I've given away the shares under value. These are the cheap shares. These are the shares that I can own and hold and earn dividends from. I want to keep these. Right? I want to keep these. What I want to do is pay off the margin. Now, what I can do is I can wait until it goes all the way up to there and sell the one at the top. I can sell these, start selling these ones and all the way down. Now, I can do that, and that's what I want to do, which if it gets to that price, which it will any moment when people start buying back, it will. Once it gets to that point, all of these will be in profit. All of these will be green. I can sell any of these I want, and I'll be selling for profit. I'll be paying tax. That's no problem. I mean, you earn money, you pay tax, right? But I can sell all of these, pay off the margin in seconds. Now then, what I can also do, which you may not have considered, I could also start selling from down here. Now, I don't want to sell at the bottom for the reasons I've just given, because I'm giving away the cheaper shares. However, if I still think that we could go lower, and we can still go lower. Absolutely we can. We can still go lower. And if we go lower, like we're going lower now, look, 150, we're going lower now. You can see that. We are going a bit lower. What I want to do is I don't want to sell the lowest one. What I want to do is if we pop up a little bit, let's say we get to 69.13. Or 68.89 or 68.82. Let's say we get here. So we're not all the way at the top, but say we're here. So all of these are in profit because I still think we're going to go down because I want to rebalance my portfolio, de-risk, take some margin off. I can sell a couple of these I can sell a couple of these ones, not this one down here, but these ones up here. That will free up more capital for me to buy lower. So long term, that'll be good because I'll now get a lower price and I get rid of some margin, stop paying some interest and get rid of these ones. In a perfect world, I want to sell all the way up to there. And I think I can. But if I think, like I do, the market could still go lower, which it can, I want to get some liquidity. So I want to sell a couple of these, not the bottom ones, because I want to keep the lower and lower and lower ones, but it's just gone up a little bit. Sell these, get some money out, reduce margin, reduce risk, use that money, because at that point it's here, waiting for it to go back down again. Now, what if it doesn't go, if it goes back down, I use this money to buy more down here, I win. What if it doesn't go down and it carries on going up? You could have kept those shares, doesn't matter. You've got all these shares above making you money and all the shares below making you money. All you did was de-risk and you gave yourself liquidity to be able to buy if it was going lower. Because at the end of the day, you can't keep all the margin. You can't keep all the shares. I don't earn that much money on YouTube. I can't have $500,000 forever on Coca-Cola. I can't. I don't earn that much money. I don't have that much cash. Remember, I'm worth about 300 grand. I borrowed 200. So I can't own the ones forever. Unless, of course, next week on YouTube, I earn 200 grand. Then I can pay off the margin with my own money and keep all the shares. Well, that'd be great. That'd be great. But I can't, can I? You've got to be realistic. All right. So there you go. So that's where we are. So let's do some more comments and questions. Right, do that. Let's bring that back in. Right, where are we? Let's go. I'm going to get to the bottom to try to get through the questions. Today we go to 270. What's that? On XRP, are we talking about XRP? Let's have a quick look. We're down on XRP today at the moment. At the moment we are. You think today 270? There's no evidence to support that. No reason for that. EVTOL is my favourite stock, says James. Who owns Tilray? Sensei, I told them to fix your internet, didn't they? Is Sensei in the chat? Ah, yeah. Here we go. Martyn understands the risk. Please do not follow trades. This is a very high risk. 95% of day traders lose money. Sensei is absolutely right to say that. That's why it runs at the bottom of the screen here. 95% of day traders do lose money. So he's absolutely right. Do not follow my trades. I don't know how many people have told me they are following my trades. I understand that. But you're not, are you? Don't follow me. Sensei Live. Here he is. Don't chase falling knives. Wrong. And that typically comes from a non-member with a face of a dog. That is the worst statement I've ever heard. Don't chase falling knives. Number one rule. In what book? The stupid school? The idiot school? No. The phrase you're trying to use, but you're getting it wrong, is catch a falling knife carefully. Catch a falling knife carefully. Don't chase falling knives is a silly YouTube phrase made up, probably made up by BitBoy on BitBoy, whatever, any of these stupid things. No. What you're trying to achieve is a business that's undervalued at a better price. So that is a falling knife, as in the comic book like childish silly nonsense on YouTube. Try to catch a knife carefully. If you'd like some actual phrases that I like to use, these are my own phrases. And these are things that people misquoted. misquoted on crypto channels. I'm going to share some of them with you now. I've got a little list here. I write them down. These are things that people say, and then they get them out of. Here we go. Here we go. And I'll read this to you. People get these phrases. I wrote these are my phrases. These are some of the things that I believe in. These are my standards, my mottos, my thought processes. And you hear of these things on crypto channels, which they put them out of context. Warren Buffett was famously said for saying, buy when there's blood on the streets. That is one of the most popular phrases to sell videos on Cryptos Are Us. BitBoy used it a lot. Warren Buffett never said it in relation to Bitcoin, ever. That's not what he said, right? That's not what he was implying. People take a little phrase like catch a falling knife from our friend here, turn it upside down and make it something it isn't to suit their own ends. Here are some phrases. This is my Bible. These are the things that I use to help me invest. All right. So I'm going to share these with you now. So I'm going to turn these into a little video. All right. So here we go. Okay. These are my thought processes which keep me calm every day, help me become a wise investor and focus on value. These are a list of things that I believe in. Many of these are my own. Some of them are interpretations and my own versions of what I've heard. But all of them get used on YouTube and social media out of context. Famously, we talk about Warren Buffett saying things like, buy when there's blood on the streets. He was never referring to crypto. However, it gets used on crypto channels all the time. So here are some of my favorite phrases which enable me to invest wisely, focusing on value, not prices, looking at balance sheets. You might find some of these useful. Some of these are my very own thoughts. Some of these are my own versions of things that were once said and apply to my own strategies. So let me read them to you, see if any of these make sense to you. When the time comes to buy, you won't want to. Important. When the time comes to buy, you won't want to. When I was buying XRP at 183, nobody wanted it, but they're all buying it today. Now it's rallying up again. They didn't buy it when it was down. Very important that. Nobody wants to buy Coca-Cola right now. It's undervalued. It's a great buy. Nobody wants to buy it. When the time comes to buy, you won't want to. Most important, our time together will be thoughtful of the time it takes, thereby being useful. One of my things on this show is always to value your time. I try to be useful. I try to be helpful. I try to value your time. Provide value in the world, you'll always succeed. Real money in crypto is not price. It's power and control, and you have neither. Real money in crypto is not the price. It's power and control, and you have neither as the retail investor. That's important, right? You're focusing on the value or the price of the crypto rather than the value, and you have no power over it. Don't be in an asset where idiots reside with huge leverage. This is one of my very own. Don't be in an asset where idiots reside with huge leverage. Would you hang out in the worst bar in town? I surround myself by winners. Would you? Would you hang out in the worst bar in town? What happens? You learn stupid stuff that's rubbish and nonsense, and you probably end up in a fight and someone's stolen your car. So you're walking home, and on the way home you get mugged. That's what happens when you hang out with the idiots. Don't be in an asset where idiots reside with huge leverage. Not many people are lining up today to buy Coca-Cola with leverage, but they are with crypto today. History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. This one is a famous one by Mark Twain. History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. People always talk about charts. Charts tell you what to do. They don't. They tell you what happened last time and the likelihood it could happen next time. Doesn't mean it's so. History doesn't repeat itself. It simply rhymes. Thank you, Mark Twain. It's not about not being afraid. It's about getting on with it and doing it anyway. Am I afraid right now? Yeah, a little bit. It might be quite a lot. Because not only am I all in on one stock, all in on margin, the most riskiest ways of investing, I'm doing it publicly in front of everyone and being judged. And I'm putting on a show and entertaining and running my business at the same time as being $550,000 in one stock with margin. This is very, very much one of my own phrases. This isn't from anyone. It's not about being afraid. It's about getting on with it and doing it anyway. It's tough. I am not a follower. I'm a leader. I take decisive action to lead and not to follow. It's a difficult path because nobody's tread that path yet, and everybody will tell you you're wrong. The S&P average is not the norm. Another one of my phrases. People will say that the S&P 500, it averages 10% a year. It does. But that doesn't mean to say it makes 10% every year. It doesn't. Some years it's more, some years it's less, some years it's negative. 10% is the average. So if you've made great money and you take your profit, get out, sit on the sidelines, go into S-Gov or buy a defensive play because you know a crash is coming. That's what I'm doing. Nobody wants to do that. No one likes that. They'll say the average on the S&P is 10%. You're missing out. Stay in the S&P. Never trim. Never sell. Warren Buffett didn't do that. He sold all his SPY and all of his VU. Just so you know. Very small amount, never mind, but it nevertheless was the case. Don't risk what you have for things you don't need. That's the point. It's also one of my original ideas. Don't risk what you have for things that you don't need. What's the point? People will risk money to buy assets with no underlying value, use leverage because they might end up owning a Lamborghini. Who the hell wants a Lamborghini? Trust me, I know. I've had a Ferrari. You don't want to own one. It costs you thousands just to replace the tires. I currently don't own any car. I don't need a car. So don't take risks for things you don't need. What's the point of that? Catch a falling knife is a fallacy. We had somebody mention today in the chat. Catching a falling knife is silly. It's the number one rule. What rule? Number one rule of your silly club? No, there's no such thing as the number one rule of not catching a falling knife. If you actually read and study finance, the actual phrase you're looking for, the one that I use, which I think is a better one, is catch a falling knife is a fallacy. You make the most money catching a falling knife carefully. I repeat that. Catch a falling knife is a fallacy. Nonsense. Stupid. You make the most money catching a falling knife carefully. That is what I am doing. Is it painful? Is it scary? Yes. The hard things are always the hardest to do. It's the hardest thing in the world to build a YouTube channel by going live all day, going against your audience, losing subscribers because you're not constantly telling them that XRP is going to go to $1,000. I've been in XRP. We rank number one very often for XRP because I'm not in it and I'm buying Coca-Cola. My members again, my viewers are deserting me again. They want a channel which tells them they're all going to get rich in 5 minutes. No, I will build my channel by doing what I say and saying what I do, and I will lead this channel by leading it, not by following a trend. I will do the hard things because the hard things are the things of value. You will keep attacking me. You can send me viral trending memes, and you can say I'm an idiot. You can do what you want, but I will continue to do what's right. And you will see, once again, I will triumph with doing what is right. And you will see once again, when my Liberation Day Part 2 plays out, how I win against the market. So, catching a falling knife is a fallacy. When everyone's buying carefree without regard for valuation, that's when you know you're in a bubble. When everyone is buying carefree without regard for valuation, that's when you know you're in a bubble. And right now, every analyst on CNBC and Bloomberg who have vested interest to say it is saying that the S&P is going to be up this year at double figures. Every single one. Rubbish. When everyone's buying carefree without regard for valuation, that's when you know you're in a bubble. No one cares, no one listens. Over the last 4 years, learning about investing, I've learned about investing. I've learned about human behavior. Investing is learning about value, but it's also learning about your human behavior and everybody else's too. Understand the market overbuys and the market oversells. Always. Everyone follows trends. Always. Wall Street do not focus on value. Never. They focus on momentum. All the algos are preset to outrun you all. They know what you're buying, they know what you're selling, and they sell it back to you for a profit. Wall Street always wins. They're always outrunning you. They're always front-loading you, always. And they will always win. It's all about human behavior. Human behavior is greed, selfishness, lying, and manipulation. If you understand that, you will focus on the balance sheet and you will pay no attention to the stock price. How I'm making money is not focusing on winning. I'm focusing on not losing and staying in the game. So today, you've seen me go all in once again. All in now, nothing left on one stock, 100%, all in, margin, absolutely. You have seen me do this over and over and over again. I'm not focusing on winning. I'm focusing on not losing. That is very important. Focusing on not losing. Fewer losses, many more winners. You know from my trades, 112 trades, 107 wins. I don't lose. The only few times I lost was to show you not how to do it. If you focus on not losing, you will always win and outperform. Stop taking risks you don't need to. Fewer losers will always amplify and make more winners. 2 final phrases to leave you with. You'll always have more and rise to the top if you consistently win rather than winning big and losing big. You'll always have more and rise to the top if you consistently win rather than win big and lose big. It's about protecting your money and consistently winning over and over and over and over again. At some point, today, maybe, probably today, tomorrow, certainly, I'll be able to use some tax lots to trim. I won't have to wait until the top. I won't get greedy. I will sell a few lots up from where I am today in my position on Coca-Cola, and I will free up liquidity. I'll have more money to buy a dip, but I de-risk myself. Focus on winning. Focus on protecting your money and not losing. Simple, but not easy. I can tell you what to do, but most of you won't do it. It's true. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was bombarded by people asking me to help them build successful YouTube channels. At the beginning, I told loads of people what to do. I helped countless people, spent thousands of hours helping people build YouTube channels. Every single one of them gave up because they didn't get instant success. I now refuse to do it. I can tell you exactly how to grow a successful YouTube channel. I now have 4 of them. 3 of them are monetized. 1 of them is brand new, only 48 hours old. 4 channels. Now, I have a silver plaque on the wall. I have the verification tick. I know what it takes to build a business. I've done it. I know how to build a portfolio. I know how to build a community. I can say it, but no one will listen because it requires discipline and work and dedication. No one will apply themselves. And how you win in life is because you always do more than everybody else. Because most people are stupid. Most people are lazy. 99% of all the money in the world is owned by 1% of the world. And the crazy thing is, everybody watching this show today has the opportunity to be in the top percentile. 95% of you here are richer than everybody else in the world. 95% of you watching here today are richer than everybody else in the world. That's a fact. By the fact you have internet, power, healthcare, a job, running water. You have the advantage, but most of you will fail. It's why immigrants, when they come to the United States, do better than most people that already live here, because they recognize opportunity and know what it is to work. People tell me, I don't know how you do it. You work 12 hours a day. You run 4 channels. You literally put out hundreds of videos a day, all on my own, by the way. There's no other person putting out all my clips on the Clips channel. Even though I use some technology which speeds it up for me, I am the one who does every single clip, every single short, every single video, every single live, other than, of course, Sensei and Vaz. But everything you see that goes out from me is I do it on my own. I have built the machine that builds the machine, like Elon Musk built Tesla. It's the machine, not the product. Build the machine. And no one, the only failure I have recently was today. I gave up on my fasting. I've never given up on anything, and it really upsets me that I did. But it was too much for me, I'm 56 years of age, to be able to be in the middle of a fasting while I'm doing all the shows on my own at the moment, because Sensei and Vaz are building their studios. So I'm fully on my own at the moment. And I'm in over 500,000 of Coca-Cola. Everyone's watching me do it. Huge amounts of pressure. I can take the pressure, but it was a bit too much to be fasting at the same time as all of that, because it's quite difficult to do, especially in the first 48 hours. So I gave up on that, and that's annoying. And I'm frustrated at myself that I had to give that up. That really bloody annoys me. But anyway, the point is, in life, you will always win because you know you're guaranteed to win. Because 95% of people will give up anyway. 99% of YouTubers that start, fail, and give up. So if you decide today to win at life, the only hurdle is you. Decide you're going to win and never, ever give up. Because all you've got to do is stay in the game. Because everybody else will give up. It's why all the money is owned by less than 1% of the world. Most people give up. It's not about being the best. It's about taking the punches and never giving up and always getting up. Because eventually the person punching you will be worn out of punching you. They can't punch you anymore. They will fall down, you will stand up, and you will win. So whether you're an investor, whether you're in business, whatever it is you want to do in life, decide to win. Do not be a dreamer. Dreamers People that dream are no more than dreamers. It makes me laugh when I hear people on American Idol or any of these big games, these big pop shows, where they'll say they're at 16 years of age and they'll go, it's my dream. It's my lifelong dream. I've been doing it all my life. You're 16. I have been doing entertainment since I was 4 years of age. Kenny Baker, the man inside the robot, R2-D2, was my godfather, hence the name Martyn Lucas. I've been on stage since I was 4 years of age. I went professional at 16. I was earning money when I was at school. I was in shows and theatres and all the rest of it. I've been doing the same job, the same thing my entire life. 40 years I've been professional in the same business. I don't think many people today can say they are in the same business for 40 years. I'm not telling you all this to say, look at me. I'm telling you all this to give you encouragement that every single one of you has a 95% chance of beating everybody just by showing up. But don't just show up. Don't just be one of those people that we talk about that simply attends a graduation and walks across the stage. Now I'm hearing people are driving across a stage in a car. What the hell's all that about? Just for showing up? When I finished school, I walked home. In fact, I rode a bike home. And on the way home, I got beat up by Simon Morris. You may remember. Do the things that are hard to do and really win. Don't just win because you showed up. You have 95% chance of winning by simply showing up, and now put the effort in. And if you apply this to life, if you apply this to your marriage, if you apply this to your business, whatever it might be, you will win. These are my phrases. These are the things that I live by every day. I do the things that are hard to do because nobody else will do them. That's why Sensei and Vaz joined my show. It's a lot easier to be on a show with a foundation like this than to build your own. That's why Casey wants to join my show, because this show will be the first 1 billion channel. I won't stop until it is. I hope these phrases and words of my thoughts help you. I would love it if I can pass on things in my life to help and encourage people. This is not about me. This is about you. This whole channel is about you. Believe in yourself. Work hard. Be the best of yourself. You will always win. Click above my head for all the links. Down below the description, also pinned in the comments here. Over here and over here, more things that you will find useful. That's it from me. Someone has just donated some more memberships. That's absolutely wonderful. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Okay, I'll put that out as another video as well. Right.
I can't believe this.
I can believe it. We're giving memberships away. We're giving memberships away. Okay, so we're not red. We're green. That was Tilray Brands. We are very green. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is do some comments and questions for a moment.
I can't believe this.
Oh. I can believe it. What's going on? In fact, I'll wrap this up because I have a meeting with Casey in a few moments and I've got to put these videos out. What I'd like to do is invite you to help me. If you would care to do so, I'd appreciate it. Let me just double check something.
I can't believe this.
New members. This is amazing. Thank you so much. I can believe it. Let me just check I got this right. I'm going to go and have some breakfast, some lovely breakfast. Where is it? Yeah, there it is.
I can't believe this.
I can believe it. Switch. Woo woo, woo woo. Anyone know what that is? Woo woo, woo woo, woo woo. Right, no one has a clue, right? Okay, secret code. Secret code. Right, here we go. It's 20 past, right. 21. I would like you all to do something for me to help you. This is why I've done this. But I'm putting a lot of effort into this. I don't even know how I'm doing it at the moment. I said to Lee, I don't know how long, and Sensei, I said, I don't know how long I can keep going at this pace, but I'm going to try. Okay. What I'm going to do is this. Right. Okay. So I've, let me put this here. Bloody hell. Right. I would like you all to help me if you'd like to do so, and it will benefit you all. Here we go. In 1 minute from now, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to take you to this premiere. Doesn't have a thumbnail. We don't do thumbnails on this channel. It's the brand new clips channel. I'm putting out about 20 clips a day, giving you all the headlines of the day. So you don't have to watch full live streams, full videos, you know, and it's ad free. So I lose money doing this, but it gives people, I believe, even more value to being on this channel. It's our 4th channel. We released it 48 hours ago. It gives you a clip. A headline. This is about Brad Garlinghouse. It's a clip. I can't
believe this.
Thank you very much, Kevin. It's a very quick clip. And I've given you the link to it. In 1 minute, this will premiere. I'll end this stream. It'll automatically take you there. All right. The link is in the chat. There it is. There is the link in the chat. When you go and watch it, click on the playlist. It's in the chat.
This.
The playlist is in the chat here, also pinned in the comments. And every day I add about 10 or 20 of these to the playlist. They're at the top, the latest news. It gives you a bulletin of all the news that you need for the day. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Very quick, 20 seconds. They're not shorts. They're proper videos.
I can't believe
proper
this.
videos that you can comment to. Watch live, all this premieres, all this kind of stuff, right? But they're only 30 seconds long. There's ad-free. I make no money on them. There's no memberships, nothing. Just to give you the best news quickly. Boom, 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 boom. CNBC and Bloomberg do a similar thing. They have these quick blasts of information, but mine are even quicker. They're 30 seconds to a minute long. That's it. So this is about to go live in a second. I'm going to end the stream. Please join in the premiere. When you watch the premiere, in the chat, and also below in the comments, you will see the full playlist. If you click on the full playlist, what you see, there you go, you see, you can click play all, and then you can watch the few that you've missed. Maybe you've just missed the last 5, only a minute of your time. There's no ads. There's no memberships. You just watch it through. Boom, 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 boom. And when you recognize one, you can come out of the playlist. This is how my audience are doing it. All right. So this premiere is about to begin. Okay. Now I'm going to be back later today, and we're going to start doing reviews. Once again, I promised I would do that. So we're going to start reviews now. And we've got our earnings season. We've got Tilray Brands coming up on Thursday. So here we go. Here is the play. Here it is. Go and watch this now. Jump in here. Watch this. It's a little clip, and then go through the playlist. I think you'll find it useful. It's a separate channel, so you need to subscribe to it. All right. It's a brand new channel. It's not the same. Please subscribe to it. That's it from me. Thank you very much indeed. I'll see you all back in a bit. And thank you ever so much, everyone, for everything that you've done. I'm here to support you, to provide the best channel in the world. Take care of yourselves and each other. Click on the link, and please then watch the playlist. Please watch the playlist. Thank you.